Good morning, Cheyenne, and welcome to show 57 of AM at CM.
We have a lot in store for you this week, including a new episode of Card Tips and maybe even some vibes. Let's jump right in.
I'm Jack Hansen.
And I'm Belle Middlemiss. Hey Jack, you know what I've been doing a lot of lately?
What's that, Belle?
Well, stressing out. And graduation is coming. With the end of the year coming to a close, this means grades will be locked in soon.
I have good grades, as long as my mom doesn't find out. Anyway, at least we have Mindfulness Club to help us de-stress. I heard they brought some animals from Cheyenne Mountain Zoo this week. Let's take a look.
Last Tuesday, the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo brought in an array of animals during both lunches for the students to see and socialize with. This was organized by Mindfulness Club, and if you happen to miss the animals, you can always head down to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo and find them there.
My name is Miss Winkle and I teach 9th and 10th grade English. Mindfulness is being in the present moment and being at peace with the present moment. Our negative emotions arise whenever we resist what is. A great technique a lot of people use is meditation. You can just be sitting up straight with your eyes closed and bring your awareness to your breath. Mindfulness is particularly important this time of year because finals are on the horizon and AP tests and also summer vacation, and all of those thoughts of what's coming up can draw us away from the present moment. And so it's important this time of year to remember that the present is all any of us have.
Thank you for that insight, Miss Winkle. That was much needed, thinking about how close we are to summer. Say, Belle, are you going on any trips this summer?
Yeah, I was thinking about going on a road trip. You want to tag along?
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm down. Can we use your car?
Of course we can. Let me just get it nice and shiny and top off all my fluids first. Speaking of fluids, I went to take a look and give some insight on my usual card tips.
Let's see it.
Good morning, Cheyenne. Welcome back to another episode of Card Tips. As always, I'm Belle Middlemiss, and today we're going to be talking about coolant. Coolant is a fluid mixed with water that prevents your radiator from freezing in extremely cold temperatures and prevents your engine from getting too hot in extremely hot temperatures. Different vehicles require different types of coolant. It varies from diesel engines to American-made vehicles to European and Asian vehicles as well. Each one has a specific grade of coolant necessary to protect the vehicle from extreme temperatures. It's important to know the difference so that you use the correct fluid. Coolant comes in many different colors, most commonly green, but it also comes in orange, pink, blue, and purple. It's important to never mix these fluids. Check your owner's manual to make sure you're using the right fluid. Don't overfill it either. It expands and contracts based on the temperature. That's all I have for you today, Cheyenne, and have a great weekend.
That was cool, Belle. How do you know so much about cars?
Well, when I was younger, my dad used to be obsessed with going to the car dealership to look at Jaguars, and I used to go with him. From there, my interest peaked, and I developed my own tastes and decided to learn more and work in the industry I do now, as a small, tiny female mechanic.
Wow, that's pretty cool, I gotta say. It's impressive to be able to create and build on something. One could say you're like an artist.
It's funny you say that, Jack, because recently the visual art teacher submitted student work for the Young People's Art exhibit last week and received the results Friday afternoon. If you've ever heard of the YPAE, it is our citywide art show. That's
right, Belle. Here's a special congrats to the following winners. Second place in functional ceramics was Lily Crumpton, and first place in non-functional ceramics was Lily Crumpton. Third place in sculpture, Jackson Hawker. First place in black and white photography was Jaina Dagani. And second place in color photography was Rachel Moody. And first place in watercolor painting was Matilda Leyer.
Third place jewelry, Morgan Francis. Second place printmaking, Natalie Schmidt. Second place fiber art, Cora McLean. Honorable mention commercial art, Spencer Falzano. And specialty award, wild idea painting, Dominic Rose.
Wow, that was neat, but not as neat as what goes on in our engineering department. Over to Johnny with a look.
Hey there, Cheyenne. On this week of Inside Cheyenne, I decided to go check out Mr. Scott's engineering class. Let's go see what that looked like. So when I went there, we got to work on tanks. Now this is really interesting because what they were doing was actually programming tanks to drive around objects and shoot a projectile, a rubber ball, at other objects. Now, what they were using to program these was the basic kind of foundational language of programming called C++. Now, you're going to learn how to use this and much more in this class. Now, they were also working on other things as well. Soon they'll be building drones, and later, towards the end of the year, they're also going to be working on bridges. There's so much that you get to learn to do in these classes, and if you're interested in doing them, remember that you have to be a junior or a senior to join them. Well, Cheyenne, that's all I have for you this week on Inside Cheyenne. Hope you guys will have a good one, and I'll see you next time.
Good morning, Cheyenne. The visual arts teachers submitted student work for the Young People's Art Exhibition last week and received the results Friday afternoon. If you have never heard of YPAE, it is our citywide art show, and it is an amazing honor to win an award against all other high school art students in the region. Please congratulate these award winners when you see them. Second place Functional Ceramics, Lily Crumpton. First place Non-Functional Ceramics, Lily Crumpton. Third place Sculpture, Jackson Hawker. First place Black and White Photography, Jaina Degani. Second place Color Photography, Rachel Moody. First place Watercolor Painting, Matilda Lyer. Third place Jewelry, Morgan Francis. Second place Printmaking, Natalie Schmidt. Second place Fiber Art, Cora McLean. An honorable mention for commercial art, Spencer Falzarano. Special award, Wild Idea Painting, Dominic Rose. Thank you, Cheyenne.
Wow, honestly, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing what some of our students are able to create. Belle, have you ever created anything besides car tips?
Oh, you betcha! I used to make vines. It was toasty.
Is Vine even a thing anymore?
Well, there's TikTok, but nobody really likes that, and Vine will always have a place in my heart and my burnt humor. But let's check in with Maddie.
Stop! I could've dropped my croissant! I think Vine was really important because, I mean, it's part of our sort of culture of like really snap-witty stuff that's very short, which seems to be really popular.
If your name is Junior and you're really handsome, come on, raise your hand.
So it's just an entire medium dedicated to that.
Adam! Vine is like a box of chocolates that went stale, but chocolate never goes stale.
I have a basketball game tomorrow!
Hurricane Katrina, more like Hurricane Tortilla.
How did you feel about me quoting that constantly, every day?
It depends. Were we talking like the 10th, the 1000th, or the millionth time?
Let's go with like the 5th time.
The 5th time, mildly annoyed. By the time we got to the millionth time, much more than mildly.
Okay.
Okay.
An avocado. Thanks.
Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Thanks for that, Maddie.
Cheyenne, as you may have noticed, we are trying out different anchors as we approach the end of the year.
Last week you had the opportunity to listen to Jackson Bailey. Jackson is in many drama classes at school and even performs in our city.
Over to Mitch with this week's Through the Lens on Jackson Bailey.
So I really got into acting at first my freshman year, but it was kind of something that like I wanted to get into, but I couldn't because I had so much else going on in my life. I had I was participating in a lot of sports, and there was a lot of things going on at home, and I just kind of, it was just a passion that I wasn't able really to go for. And then sophomore year, I moved out to the Northeast to Massachusetts, and I kind of really just dove right in. I stopped playing football. I stopped doing track. Like I just kind of dove right in and stayed with theater. And I started auditioning for shows, and since then it's kind of become like, that's all I do. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to like I look up different methods and different techniques. I'm kind of like always trying to find out information on the internet that I can, how to make myself a better actor. It's something that I just kind of didn't ever think that I was going to become obsessed with, and then I just kind of started. And once I started, I was in, and that's what I wanted to do. Jackson Bailey, and I am an actor.
That was amazing as always. Thanks for that. Now, Cheyenne, we're in a pickle. With Jack right here, who's going to work on sports?
Oh boy, I know. Little did you know, I have some pretty good substitutes. Over to you boys, Parker and Phil with this week's sports.
Good morning, Cheyenne, and welcome back to another great week of sports.
We got all them scores for you. Because first, we had this guy.
Then we had this guy.
Now, it's in with the new. Now, let's get to some sports. To start off this week, Cheyenne, we have some girls golf.
Your girls golf team played Doherty on Monday at the Country Club Colorado and Sand Creek on Tuesday.
Come out and support your girls golf team, Cheyenne. They've been killing it this year.
Man, it's blurry coming out of the water like that.
Your boys swim team sank against DCCC in a loss 103-82.
Well, that calls for going back into the water.
Your Cheyenne Mountain girls lacrosse team beat Palmer last Thursday 18-4. They beat Pueblo West on Monday 23-4 and played Mullen on Wednesday.
Also, your boys lacrosse team crushed the Cadets last Friday right over there in the stadium, 17-8. Your girls lacrosse team plays them this Friday at Air Academy. Go show them some support, Cheyenne.
Woo! Why are you running so much? Your Cheyenne Mountain girls soccer team lost to Fossil Ridge 3-0 last Thursday.
And they played Palmer on Wednesday. Let's show them some more support, Cheyenne.
I have no idea why he keeps rolling on. And Cheyenne, as a final adieu, your boys volleyball team is now officially a CHSA-sponsored sport.
Congrats, guys. Way to go. Well, Cheyenne, that's all the sports we got for you this week. Tune in next week on Sports.
Well, it looks like I'm out of a job. That was better than anything I could ever do. Parker is a man among boys, and Phil is a beautiful beast. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Well, I think that wraps up this week's show. I'm Belle Middlemiss.
And I'm Jack Hansen. I'll see you next time on AM at CM.